Hey everyone, with Season 12 starting, I figured it would be a good idea to remind everyone what the first step to winning any game of League is. I'm going to use 2 games from a Gold Smurf to show you how well the concepts I'm going to teach here work in low elo. Also, I'm not going to say what the first step is until the end, see if you can figure it out yourself as we go. Lastly, don't worry about what champion you play, as the concepts I'm going to teach will apply to anyone. With that being said, let's get started. At the start of the lane, I'm auto-attacking minion a few times to start getting the push advantage, and since it's Vex, I have to really be aware of her E range, as that's what most Vex players start with to make the fear easy to land. I'm basically standing on the very edge of its range, so I can try to bait the Vex into using it, and I also throw a Q through these minions looking to poke Vex while pushing the wave. Taking into account mana regen, sitting at full mana is just a waste, so I was just trying to get a Q out there. Then, as I go for this next last hit, you can see how I'm moving up towards Vex, really trying to bait her into using her E, but she doesn't bite. I go back to auto-attacking minions though, then Vex finally uses her E. I walk to the side to try and get out of it instead of directly back, so I get tagged and feared. I know Vex is going to want to auto me here to proc her passive, and if we look at my minions compared to hers, I have 3 and she has 2, but one of hers is about to die, so it'll be 3 to 1. Also, if she wants to auto me, she needs to walk up a bit, meaning she'll be far enough up that she will take aggro from all 3 of my minions for at least 2 seconds. Because of this, I want to take this trade and continuously auto-attack her until she's forced to pull back because of my minions. We traded evenly here because I didn't land the second part of my Q, otherwise I would have won it pretty hard. Either way, you can see the importance of the minion advantage and paying attention to how far the enemy has to walk up to trade with you, so you know if they will have aggro of all your minions or not. After this, I look to hit Vex with a Q while pushing the wave at the same time, but I don't hit her. This is fine as Ari's Q isn't the most reliable ability to hit anyways, and it's better used as a pushing tool this early. I hit level 2 though, and right as I do, I look to trade with Vex. Level 2 advantage makes me much stronger than her. As I approach, notice I didn't even level up my second ability right away. That's because I needed to see how she would respond to me walking at her at level 2. If she walked away towards her tower, I would have leveled up my charm, but since it seems like she's trying to use minions to block my charm, I just leveled up W instead. It may seem like I lost this trade, but I actually didn't. She used a cookie and a corrupting potion charge with Time Warp Tonic, so she heals a lot there. I just popped my first potion, so I will heal a good amount back and have another one as well. Now we're both pretty low HP though, and both my Q and W are on cooldown. So I move back out of Vex E range while waiting for my cooldowns and my potions to kick in. Then I use my next Q to clear the rest of this wave and push Vex under tower, and tag her with my W in an auto quickly to proc Taste of Blood and get a little bit more damage. This gets her to use her last corruption potion charge as well. I go drop a ward in top river since junglers can look to gank soon, then wait over this wall to see if Vex gets close enough so I can snipe her from out of vision with my Q. She doesn't get close enough though, so I come out and focus on auto attacking minions again. The wave is reset on this third one, since I crashed the second wave. So we both need 2 minions to hit level 3. I want to make sure I don't let her get level 3 way before me or anything, or she could pressure me off the wave and start slow pushing it. If she does that, I can't use the health advantage that I have to force her to overstay or take a bad recall. And you can clearly see how hard I was winning the trades earlier. She had corruption potion and cookies, meaning she has an insane amount of sustain over me since I had Doran's ring. But I still have a lead. It's important I keep auto attacking at this point though. Because of the even minion rule, which is just when the waves are even like this, whichever side of the lane they're closer to, they will push the opposite way. Meaning if I don't touch the wave right now, it will slow push to me, and we already established that would be her one way to get a good recall. Anyways, I use a Q when Vex walks up to grab a last hit, and if you look at the wave, you can really see the even minion rule starting to take effect. Vex is just barely out of kill range right now if I land a flash, charm, W, Q, and ignite combo, unless she uses her W shield way before that, but she hasn't really been using it. So I'm looking to get level 4 before trying to do that to get another point in my Q. Also, by walking up like this and acting like I'm looking to fight her, it makes her back up and stop hitting minions as much, which lets me thin out the wave more so she can't use it to fight me. She has 4 minions to my 3 now, which is perfect. She can't bully me with a minion advantage, I have a lot more health than her, and the wave is still pushing to me so she can't recall without me freezing and punishing it that way. This next part is very important though. So notice on the minimap here that it's obvious something is about to go down at top river. My jungler and top laners seem like they're about to jump the enemy jungler, E. I see way too many players just leave their lane right away in a situation like this. It's a huge mistake to do that. First off, it looks like it will be a 2v1 in my team's favor in the river, so if I move now, I could easily just end up getting there as the fight is ending, or E kites all the way up to his top laner and goes under tower and I don't get anything. Basically, there's a really high chance if I move right now that I don't get anything at all. But I will definitely lose something if I go, 100%. I would lose all of the pressure I have on Vex. She could take the time I'm gone to crash the wave and get a clean reset. So I'm going to stay in lane and stay focused on punishing Vex since I'm about to hit level 4 and will have kill pressure. Now that I'm level 4, I'm ready to try and kill her, but she starts walking like she wants to help the fight in top river. This is where the difference between a good mid and a bad one can easily be seen. I noticed she had her passive up, so I walk at her like this because she knows I can potentially kill her right now with her HP. This threat will make her try to defend herself, and I know this. So I click back, predicting she's going to use E, and she does. It's very important I don't overextend there, as I would lose a lot of HP and lose this lead that I have. Now that she wasted her fear and her E, she'll pretty much be useless in aiding this fight in the river, while I still have everything up and a huge health lead. So after I grab a CS, I start heading over. As I approach, I'm completely focused on Irelia since she's low and has double buffs. And because Vex doesn't have fear, you can see how safe she's forced to play this. I don't end up flashing to try and kill Irelia though, because if I flash to kill her and get an assist, or if she just flashes away or something, it wouldn't even be worth it. But I kill her with Q and W to get the double buffs. I start running towards Vex right away, making the second part of my Q pass through her, and make sure to auto with red for the slow, and stand right on top of her so wherever she flashes, I can flash at the same spot. She ends up flashing this wall, and I could have landed charm without flashing, but it's better to just charm buffer then flash to make sure it lands like this and get the double kill. Alright, now I'm really far ahead and the lane is basically over. But did you see what the first step to all of this was? If not, let's see if you can see it in this next example. In this one, I'm playing Lux vs Cassio. Right away, I want to throw out an E so I can start making use of my mana regen, push the wave, and to get some poke on Cassio of course, just like last time. Then, I auto some minions to continue pushing, and collect CS while my E is on cooldown. Now that my E is back up and the wave is trimmed down to only 2 range minions, which are the ones I need to worry about when trading, I can look to E cast and throw in an auto this time to proc my passive. With the previous E I landed, I would have taken way too much minion damage. It's back to collecting last hits after that, and the second wave is arriving as well. Since I have the push advantage and I've killed 6 minions, I will hit level 2 after 1 more minion dies, whereas Cassio still needs to kill 2 more. This means I will get level 2 first, and she's half HP already and is not using potions, which is a very common low elo mistake. It could lead to me having kill pressure when I level up, but let's see what happens. Now, as I wait for the minion that's going to level me up to die, I land another Eon cast to poke her, then auto once to proc my passive. She has more minions this time, but it doesn't matter since I'm about to level up. Then I take a step back to make Cassio feel a little comfortable. I kill the minion to get level 2 and immediately go in. I could throw Q now, but even if it lands, that plus an auto won't kill cast, I would need my E. So I'm just chasing as long as I can until I'm forced to throw it while waiting for my E to come up. I would like to combo them together. It lands, I auto her, then barely misjudge how long it would take my E to travel, and she doesn't get hit by it, so she survives. She has TP, so this should force her to burn it. So I want to push this wave in to prepare for a reset of my own. I don't want to use my abilities to push though, since she will TP back in anyways. Luckily for me, she gets greedy and doesn't reset. I could use Q buffer and flash to pretty much guarantee a kill, but I would like to get it without flash, so I try to throw a Q through this minion to get her. She barely dodges it though, but I land E right after. I walk up to auto for my passive, but she hits level 2 at the same time. It's much better for me to just back off here, because if I walk up and auto her, she'll land her Q in multiple E. She would do way more damage to me than I would do to her, and because of the healing she gets, I wouldn't be able to finish her with autos or anything. So I just keep the lead I have and back away to collect last hit. I'm gonna hit level 3 in a few seconds since these 2 minions are about to die. So I'm standing far enough back that Cassio feels safe, but close enough that I can go in as soon as I level up just like before. As soon as I level up, I walk towards her and use Q buffer flash over the backline minions since it's hard to react to it with how fast it is, and then finish her with E and an auto. Then I clear the wave and look to recall, which is standard stuff after getting a kill. As I'm finishing that up, the enemy Lee Sin is ganking me at level 2 with a blue buff. On one hand, I need a recall since Cass is TPing in. On the other, this Lee Sin is straight up trolling really hard with this gank, and I feel the need to punish it. So I'm going to try and let him land his Q by walking away from my minions so he doesn't accidentally hit them, but he misses anyways. Then I chase and land Q with some autos, then throw E and continue autoing until he's about to get out of it. Then I pop the E and auto again to make sure he was slowed as long as possible. He loses a lot of health from this, so now if my jungler was paying attention, he could just invade Lee's red and take it or kill him. But Lee turns around and is looking to kill me still since Cassio is here. He flashes on me and starts auto attacking, and Cassio flashes in as well to try and land Q. You might have noticed sometime during this that I have flash and heal, instead of the typical flash barrier or flash TP. This is why. Heal is really nice when they have a champion that relies on movement speed and skill shots, since heal gives move speed. Also, heal is good for 2v2s, but that's not why I took it. But because of the heal, I dodge Cassio's Q here, and live long enough to get the lead kill before I die, which gives me 2 kills worth of gold on my first recall. Alright, so now let's talk about the first step to winning a league game. Most of you probably already knew the answer, as it's an obvious one. You need to win lane. But winning lane isn't just solo killing them or taking their tower or whatever. I mean, winning lane as in, you can just have a health lead, or be the one pushing and pressuring more. In the Ahri vs Vex game, because I had a health lead, I was either going to force her to take a bad recall, or overstay and die. But the jungle fight happened, and I had a lead so I could just walk in and grab kills, whereas she had to stay away to be safe. In the Lux game, it was a more traditional style of winning lane, where I actually killed enemy Cassio and was pushing the lane. This made the enemy Lee feel like he could and should gank me. But it was a terrible gank, and could have been punished multiple ways. I ended up killing him and getting my second kill, which made me pretty fed at 3 minutes. It's all about winning the health war and the pressure war. If you do those things, you will notice how much easier games are, as it affects so much more than you realize.
Now, what you find here on YouTube is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to unlock your true potential, then you need to dive into SkillCapped.com. We have the largest catalog of League of Legends guides in the entire world, with over 1,500 guides and 350 unique courses. You get brand new guides every week exclusive to our website, along with our Smurf commentaries where our challenger experts walk you through how to carry out of the exact rank you're stuck in. Still unsure? Well, you can have all your questions answered by those same challenger experts. Need one-on-one coaching? We got you covered with hand-picked coaches trained to the highest standard. Don't have time for that? Use Direct Pro, pick a past game you played, and within 24 hours get a personalized video from a top 100 challenger player breaking down exactly what you can do better. The best part, all of this comes with a rank improvement guarantee. If you don't climb at least 5 divisions while actively using SkillCapped, you can claim a refund, no questions asked. So what are you waiting for? Head to SkillCapped.com and get the rank you've always wanted. Link in the description below.
That's going to bring us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.